Hello everybody and welcome to Creativity Time. My name is Tatiana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia, and I like to go live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, just to inspire people to be creative, just to show how easy it is to be creative. And today I will be using a new kit from Stampin' Up. So the kits come in these gorgeous little boxes, which would be fun to gift something in them. And this particular kit is called The Best Remedy. With flu season around and lots of people sick and that, it's a perfect kit because it's all themed about you're not feeling well, I'm sorry to hear that kind of thing. So I just thought, and it comes with this gorgeous stamp set. It's actually quite big. I was surprised when I opened it. I haven't opened the whole box. This is just loose in the box. And you get an ink spot in Starry Sky. I'm just trying to get that to focus. Not going to. Anyhow, let's flip and check out the rest of the content. So here's the box. I've already shown the stamp set and the ink pad. And then you get this kit. And here are the projects that the kit makes. So a little birdie told me you were under the weather. Even though this stinks, I'm here for you. And ice cream is the remedy for this, which is always my go-to. I always crave ice cream when I'm feeling a little blue. So the kits come with everything you need to create them, which is fantastic. So you've got this bag, and what I often do with kits is, because I often do them when I travel, is I use this as like a grid paper as a protective surface on my table. You've got some glue dots. I'll admit that I prefer to use the green glue, the multi-purpose liquid glue, so I don't use the glue dots. But you get all the supplies you need for projects, and it looks like you can make 3 of each card. You get envelopes, card bases and bits, and you even get sequins and dimensionals. So everything you really truly need. But I am not going to use the kit. I'm just going to use the stamp set, because once you've done the kit, you are left with the stamp set, and I thought it'd be fun to create a little project just using the stamp set. So we're definitely going to use the cute little, what's it called? What do you think this animal is? Skink. No. Oh, let me know in the comments. Brain not working. I had it in my head before. Ooh, these are well stuck down. There we go. So we're going to start with this fellow, whatever animal he is, and we're going to stamp him on some basic white. Look at that perfect piece. In Memento ink. Perfect. Isn't he adorable? And we're going to, and I had the free so that you can put something in them. So I'm thinking, should we do the flowers? Yes, let's do the flowers. Even though I love ice cream, I feel like flowers today. And so that'll go right there. I'll get those clean. And we're going to colour him in, and I'm going to use Stampin' Blends. Oh, come on, there we go. And because the kit one is grey, so in the kit, if I pull it out, there we go. You can see they're pre-coloured for you, so don't even need to colour in. So I've done pretty much the same, but I'm going to colour them in, but I'm going to use the kit as a guide for my colouring. So we're going to, I'm using Smoky Slate. I'm going to colour I feel like get well cards are well needed at the moment. There's so many. Well, you've got to, I probably should prefix that. Here in Australia, we are in the middle of our winter. And can I just say it's been cold. Brr. Absolutely. Cold and been some rain and a bit miserable. Lots of people have been down with the cold and the flu. And COVID too, but the flu has been quite prominent. So that's why I thought this kit would be perfect. So when I use the Stampin' Blends, I work in small areas because that way the alcohol doesn't have a chance to evaporate and I can blend things in nicely. If you work in large areas, the alcohol will evaporate and you won't be able to get that nice blended look. So it's always best to work. And I keep both markers, the light and the dark, in my hands as I am in the video. And I just keep colouring. And the face, I'm going to just do a little bit differently. I feel that this centre section could be coloured. And then leave that little white patch. I am going to bring in a little bit of pink for a blush in the cheeks, but nothing as prominent as they've got there. My go-to for that is the, what do you call it, Flirty Flamingo. Then I go over again in the light grey. And that settle in so it's not too harsh. And I really like how they've got it in the ears, so I will add that in. But I'm going to blend it with the Smoky Slate light. So, and then I think, I don't like the pink feet. I don't know about you, not my taste. I'll just use Smoky Slate to colour in the feet. And I will use the pink for this flower here. And we definitely need to use, well, not definitely, but I would really like to use some Starry Sky. Here, we'll do the pot in Starry Sky. Since the kit comes with the Starry Sky, which is quite a dark the leaves. Which I love using Granny Apple Green. I might just use the dark actually for all the leaves. And bum. Let's go with polished pink. Let's stick with pinks for the flowers. And sweet sorbet, not quite fully pink, it's a pinky red, but it will add nicely to the project. So there we go, isn't he adorable? And all I have to do is fussy cut him out. And I have a layout in mind. We're going to use, see if I can find it. I want to use the glimmer paper. So this is the In Colour glimmer paper. And I like to find the Starry Sky one, which is this one. And we need a stitched rectangle. Perfect. That one will do. Or maybe sometimes it's better to go bigger. Then you can always cut it down if you need to. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna cut that in half so that I can use the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Yep, looking cute. And skunk, there we go. Thank you so much. It was really bothering me that I couldn't remember. And I wanted a circle die, which would be part of Stylish Shapes. Maybe the bigger one. No, let's go with the second largest. And that will be cut out from white. And the grey. So what grey did I use? I used Smoky Slate, so let's stick with Smoky Slate. Ooh, this way. This is what happens when you rearrange your cardstock. There we go, got a card base all cut out. Burnish that fold. So I just wanted to show you all that once you finish your kits, I didn't burnish that very well, and you're left over with stamps, get creative. Start creating projects with that stamp set. Just because it came with a kit doesn't mean you can't use it for projects outside the kit. And I'm just going to cut that to my favorite card front size, which is 14.35 by 10 centimeters. Sorry, those in North America, I can't remember off the top of my head the equivalents. But there's that, and we're going to just create a little bit of a background. So I'm going to grab that little flower stamp and Smoky Slate ink. Ooh. Just stamp it all over. super careful. Don't know why I keep stamping here because we're going to put that there, so that's really unnecessary there. But on the edges, you will still see cardstock, so getting that there. Oh, that's great, Roz. I'm glad that you have a converter. Like, I used to know it when I wrote more projects, or when I used to do my Fantastic Fun Fold series, because I would be doing both. So I would know, and I learned it off by heart for a while. But kind of forgot it now. I need a insert and an envelope. And I'm going to stamp our skunk onto the envelope and inside the card. So onto the envelope, as so, and I don't have grid paper out. I'm just going to, as I said before, I do use the cardboard that comes with the kits as a grid paper alternative. So I'm going to use that for this guy here. And if you wanted to, you can colour the skunk inside the card as well. Ros, you learnt the metric system in school. Oh, that's fascinating history. I did not know that at one point it was considered that you'd be changing. How interesting. For me, I don't mind using either one, but the thing is that our paper, A4 paper, our standard kind of piece of cardstock or printer paper is A4, which is different proportionately to your paper. So you can't quite convert. So these stitched rectangles, I believe that they fit proportionately quite well on your card bases, but they don't. I mean, I still use them and I love them. And when I do gradients, as this glimmer paper is, I prefer to put the darker gradient on the bottom just because I feel that it darker colors are heavier visually, so to speak, and so therefore need to sit at the bottom. And I'm adding dimensionals to our circle. That can sit so, and our little friend go right there. And we need a sentiment before we finish completely. Let's stick the inside. And pick a sentiment. I'm here for you. Feel better soon. Let's do feel better soon. And I'm going to white heat emboss that on some black cardstock, because that's always a fun little look. Let's see, it would be nice if I had a strip. Aha! Oh no, that's not quite. I love using up scraps. That's all right. We can trim it down. So the picture will be better. Let's see. 1/4 inch. I work in both though, I've got to say. Let's trim this down. Oh, hold on, a centimetre might be good. Yeah, I like that. So I was just using, I used the stamp onto the guide there, the grid there, so that I can see how big I wanted. It's time time to change my blade. It's getting a bit furry. And that'll fit beautifully. We have embossing buddy first. And then I'm going to heat emboss it in white. So just rub that across so that none of the embossing powder sticks to the cardstock where we don't want it to. And kind of encourages it to stick better to the areas with the Versamark. Versamark is a sticky ink, so it takes a little bit of time to dry. It's also known as a water marking ink. There we go. Feel better soon. Before you heat set that, it's always a good idea to cover up your, and we grab the tweezers. There we go. That way you don't burn your fingers, which I absolutely love. We have these now. So I was always burning fingers, which isn't fun. There we go. Feel better soon. And you can just kind of rub off that extra. Where is the brush that came with it? There it is. Use the brush to sweep off the rest, that embossing buddy. There we go. And by cutting that longer, we can kind of decide how big or small we would like it. I'm going to go with a snip. And one thing that bothers me, small details, but you can see the paw kind of comes, and you can see the pot that goes over that line. That doesn't, I don't like it. So I am going to use my sentiment to cover that up, and nobody's going to know that that was there. Got to add that there. And what we could do is add tiny little dimensional on each side. And glue. And just a little bit of bling to finish it off. And I think we shall use my favorite. Which are the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. Oh, didn't pick up. Let's do 3 there. And 1, 2 up there. Thank you, Joan. So there we go. Hope you feel better soon. Our little skunk. And that stamp set came from the Best Remedy kit. So you've got these beautiful cards to make, and then once you finish making them, you can use the stamp sets for lots of other fun projects, such as this. So there we have it. How cute is that? Wouldn't you love to get one of those in the mail if you're feeling a little bit unwell? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you can join me next week, and hopefully I've inspired you to take some time out of our incredibly busy lives. I know that we all have something always on. I feel that it's so important to take some time out for yourself, and I love taking time out to be creative. It just fulfills me. And by making a card for somebody that you know, you can send it off and then you can brighten their day. So it is really a win-win-win. Join me next week, 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be August. Can you believe it? August. Like, where is this half of the year going? Crazy. All right, bye for now.